Hey, what is going on, crypto people? That was really quick. It went live really, really quick. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday. Holy smoke. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get this live stream up all night, 3 hours in the morning, preparing for a trip this morning. But hey, we made it. We made it, family. We freaking made it. I think it's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Happy Monday. The market is doing some stuff right now. What is this that I'm hearing? Am I understanding this correctly? A XAHAU and Evernode got some stuff going on with emails and payments. That's what I'm reading. We'll go over that on Crypto X and see what's good. We'll go over that. Got an interesting post from a young lady named Cody Sanchez. Going to share that with you for perhaps some critical thinking. We'll go over the numbers on CoinGecko. The market family is doing what the market does. We will go over those numbers. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That'd be super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. What is going on right now with this market? It's crazy. Sui is going crazy. I want to welcome Crypto Eddie to the Sui family. I think I'm going to take a look at a liquidity pool on turbos. See if we might want to enter into that one. We'll see, kind of given the momentum, given the momentum on the Sui blockchain, perhaps we should enter in there. So I did a video about the Flare ecosystem doing this thing, which is really awesome. I want to share just a little bit about Evernodes and XAHAU, kind of what they're doing, which is, again, it's interesting. It's interesting to hold XAHAU thing and how it's going to play out or not play out. It's interesting to see Evernote on XAHAU. These things are interesting. We're going to see how it goes for sure. Think good, right? The awesome stuff is we have options for sure to hang out. That's what's the awesome stuff. My guy Steve was like, dude, you need to be on Blaze Swap on Flare Networks for emissions. So we'll see. We'll take a look at it because there's more to it than just emissions. You gotta come correct with those liquidity pools for sure. And part of that coming correct is the platform itself. What's up with Blaze Swap? I got to check into that. We'll take a look at it, perhaps. Banter Bubbles, we'll go over that. We'll go over the numbers. We'll check out Banter Bubbles to see if you got some stuff that, I don't know, might be performing or outperforming Bitcoin. It's interesting, though. I have to make a caveat from when you guys jump on. I actually typed in a digital asset that was not on Banter Bubbles in the display as outperforming Bitcoin year to date, but it is. It is outperforming. So it's interesting to see that. So in any case, maybe you can type some other stuff in there. Maybe it's not showcasing everything. I don't know, but we'll get into that as well. I do find it fascinating. I really want to share and get you guys' thought on this post from this business woman here. It's interesting, some food for thought. It's underrated signs of intellect. Interesting post. We'll cover that as well. Again, happy Monday to each and every one of you. It's a very, very interesting time to be early adopting this new asset class that is the digital asset space. I mean, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we are winning. We're winning. I know at times doesn't feel like it. At times it doesn't feel like it. Should we go over the great taking? Should we go over that today? Should I share a little bit with you guys? Let me know in the chat. I didn't post anything on X for the last couple of days from the book, The Great Taking. Maybe I'll share it by way of video. Really, really intent in spreading the word, doing my part to spread the word. Really intent on doing that. For sure. I probably will share something on my X account with you guys here freaking live. We should probably do that for sure. The book that I mentioned in the video or so ago that I couldn't remember was Jeff Booth, The Price of Tomorrow, as some type of way to perhaps level up, get a better sense of what's going on in the market. What's going on, Alex G? Do you Flare can take us to the promised land before XRP? Well, the cycle is a cycle. Cycle is happening. They'll both be able to participate in and compete for market share, right? Mind share. They gotta compete for mind share. They gotta be able to garner attention. I think the XRP has a heads up, has a head is winning, will win because it's established. People were hungry for 2021 and couldn't get it. So I think it has a better chance to perform well, to perform better than Flare. But we'll see. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see. But I think it's going to have a better chance in terms of the X. But we'll have to see what that looks like. You know, what is a 40 or 50X from current prices, you know, for XRP? What would that look like? 40, 45X, 50X. What would that look like? We can take a look at it for sure. But I think that XRP has the advantage, brand awareness, type of advantage. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's awesome that you can own both. You don't have to pick one. That is awesome, right? You don't have to exit out of one to get into the other. Some people learning that lesson, really, really tough lesson from 2013. Chose one and not the other when he had an opportunity to choose both. That's gotta be eating him up inside. It's got to be. All right, so what are we going to get into, man? Let's go over this market real quick. Let's go over these numbers because, you know, it's a little cray-cray. A little cray-cray. And I think we're going to take a gander and see if we should enter into a liquidity pool with SUI. We should take a look at that together, Alex G. See what's good. I'm going to refresh again. SUI is still trending. It's interesting. I exited out of like 4 positions just to get some dirty, nasty powder and perhaps get a better, perhaps a little under $1 for SUI. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So we refreshed. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is up 2.5% in the last 24 hours. And it's at 2.2 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is 54, 5, 6, 7%, somewhere around those lines. Bitcoin is trading at $59,672 again. On the 30-day, it's up about a percentage. Ethereum is at $2,700 again, and it is down 14% on the 30-day. Solana is at $146 again, and on the 30-day, it is up 3%. There is the market. Well, did I do XRP? XRP is at 57 cents on the 30-day. It's up 8%. And that's the market, you know, it's just doing what it does. It's ranging for a little bit. It looks like we're going to get this, what? Are we going to get the 59 to 61? Are we going to get the 57 to 60 range, 60K range? It's kind of how I'm seeing it for a little bit. Nothing to really report here other than SUI has kind of got some interesting numbers. So glad to have been in SUI for a few months now. So it's kind of doing what it is. But, you know, it's got to be careful on chasing stuff. You know, I got to be careful with that, Alex G. But I do have a position. I had it for months now. So, you know, adding to it would be interesting to see. I got to check out some more numbers in terms of blockchain. We'll do that together on DeFi Llama and see if this will make sense to add to the position now at $1.01. We'll go over that together, and we'll look at the SUI. Look at the SUI LP positions on Turbo. See if there's something that we might be interested in. I have to change browser to do that though. So that's cool. That is cool. That is cool. Let's see who else checked in. Alex Eat said, Alex E said, current price times 40, it's only 60 cents per flare. Yeah, so that's a 40x though, right? That's a 40x. That's not bad. For XRP, it should be at $24. It goes 40x. I think Flare can do it first. Yeah, I hear you. It's going to be interesting to see. Market caps are a consideration, Alex G, for sure. Market caps are a consideration. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That'd be super, super cool. I'm just curious about this XAHAU Evernode email for payments thing. I know we were really, really excited about Evernodes. Then they ended up not being able to get on the XRPL. Then they ended up, doing their thing on XAHAU. And they haven't quite launched yet, as far as I know. Right? Haven't quite launched yet. So our 40X, $24 for XRP. When you mean first, what do you mean by that? Like, during this cycle, who's going to do the 40X first? Yeah. I'd just be glad to see them both do 40X. Wouldn't we all be glad to see them do a 40X, right? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. 40X for Flare would be an absolute blessing. Still got flare drops going on. When did the flare drops thing end, Alex? It's 2026? And where in 2026 does the flare drops? I know I can probably look it up, but I don't know if you know or not. I mean, what if they ended in December of 2026? I'm loving I'm looking forward to a year-over-year return for Flare. It's going to be interesting to see what that's going to look like. It's going to be interesting to see if it gets it, right? It's got to garner the attention, and it's got to make some moves, and I think they're going to make some really, really good moves. They have to, what is the word? Execute. They got to execute, right? It's just not up to, it doesn't just happen. They have got to execute. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to go. But let's take a look at Banner Bubbles and see if you guys have some stuff that's outperforming Bitcoin. That's right, guys. Do me a favor and hit that like button on the way in. That would be super, super cool. Again, we always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. That would be awesome if you guys can do that. Let me refresh this, make sure. This is BTC. This is a comparison to BTC. How are things performing to BTC year to date? We just refreshed it. They got the same three meme coins. Dog with hat with Brett. So Whiff is on Solana, Brett's on Base, and Bach is on Solana. Got the three meme coins still just outdoing everything else, which is interesting to see. And then we got a Mantra, the OG, which is interesting, 2,026% up versus Bitcoin, which is interesting. Again, it's a OG play, if you will, from the Cosmos Eco. It's good to see them doing their thing, getting the win in the space. So let's see, what do I need to do here? Do I need to do this? Let's do that. Let's take a look at that. So those are the meme coins. Now we'll look at the 100% gainers are better, 100% or better. Up top, we got, right on top of Whiff, we got Ondu, which is the RWA play at 134%. Do you happen to have any of these that are outperforming Bitcoin? We got Ton, the open network, at 125%. Awesome, pretty cool. We got Solana at 190% outdoing Bitcoin. What do we got here? Top left, any 100% some more? No. Bottom left, we got Fetch, which is what? Artificial super intelligence now. I think it's Ocean Protocol, FET, and I think it's AGI that hooked up and now are together one token called Artificial Super Intelligence at 112%. That's the AI play. So, just to remind you, Ondu is an RWA play. Ton is kind of that Web 2 by way of Web 3 or Web 2 leveraging Web 3 play. Ton, the open network. Solana is, the layer 1 retail chain play. That is AI. Arweave down here, also AI, in addition to spouse storage. It's 100% over BTC, which is pretty interesting. Floki down here in the bottom right is a meme coin. So that's at least 4 meme coins. BitTensor, and I don't even know what chain Floki's on. BitTensor, down here at the bottom right, is AI play, obviously, BitTensor, 114%. Then we go up here to Jasmy Coin, which is 152%. Internet of Things play. And then we got Pepe, the meme coin. Pepe, the meme on Ethereum. So in total, when I checked these numbers, it's approximately 20 outdoing Bitcoin. It is approximately out of 20,000. And there's approximately 8. So it's 5 meme coins, and then 8 regular layer 1s, 2s, whatever, and 5 meme coins. That's 13 now that are 100% or more. Then there's 20 total that are just outperforming Bitcoin plus 1%, plus 10%, plus 40%, 50%, 20, approximately 20 out of 20,000. That is some stuff there. Now, that's what we can see here. Now, I have to say this with a caveat. I typed in here on Banter Bubbles a particular token that is not displaying here. And it's 600% up. That was Gamer Coin from Gamer Hash. See right here, it was 600%. Now it's 586. So maybe you guys can go here and banterbubbles.com. You can go to your settings. It's free to sign up, by the way. You can go to your settings, hit the settings down here, and just change this select currency to Bitcoin. And check it out. Maybe you can type one in that should be in here. So it's interesting to see that was not on there, Alex G. That was interesting. To see that. Very, very interesting. So I guess it's not foolproof. What's going on, Mammy? How are you? Crawfish is in the building. What's going on, my guy? 2026 Flare will be done with the airdrops. Yeah, but is that January 2026? Alex G says if Flare burn comes before the airdrops are done. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I will exit 80% of my possession. I will exit to USDX and stake it in the Flare network. I hear you, my guy. I hear you. To keep liquidity in Flare, not other ledgers. I hear that, bro. XRP not yet. Get up. XRP not yet. Get up. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to cover a post here before I get over to DeFi. I'm going to cover this one post. I think it's an interesting post here. Well, Crypto Eddie shared this about, there's a little back and forth going on about the clawback feature. The clawback feature. David Schwartz that's on the XRPL. And David Schwartz kind of gave us some feedback on it. He says, so with freeze, but no clawback, all or some of the tokens on a frozen trust line may or may not represent legal obligations of the issuer. But we want the ledger to accurately reflect the issuer's obligations so they can't tell different stories to different people. So, Crypto Eddie said this functionality features a supreme differentiator among stablecoins. I must admit, and I'm told too, there's like an option for this clawback that you can with these tokens, you can select it as an option as well, which is interesting. Now, the ledger has 90 million ledgers closed. The XRPL ledger crossed an iconic milestone of 90 million ledgers closed. A big thank you to all the network operators, devs, and community. Here's to closing 100 million ledgers. So that is important for sure. I wanted to share this post here real quick before I go over some other XAHAU Evernode stuff. And I think it's really important. She's been doing her thing on social media. A Wall Street TradFi person, got into building businesses. Her brand is around buying boring businesses. Her name is Cody Sanchez. And she has a little list here of something she calls underrated signs of intellect. She says, you actively seek disagreement, but you care less about being right and more about finding the right answer. You have a network that expands your thinking. Yeah, hopping outside of that bubble. You want to be told no, and then why? Constant information gathering, constantly seeing patterns, constantly connecting the dots, open to persuasion and open to change. I like it, Cody. I like it. I really, really do. I like that. It's something I think about all the time when I look to the XRP community, and I mention things about popping your head outside the XRPL bubble, you know, gathering information, applying the principle of discernment, expanding. This is probably my favorite one. You have a network that expands your thinking. It expands your thinking. You know, it's all in on one asset, all in on one ecosystem type of thing. I'm not sure if that will expand your thinking for the entire digital asset space. What's going on, Mammy? Hello from Africa. Hi, how are you? And I think that's really, really, really important. You know what I mean, Crawfish? I think that's really important to do that. All right, so where else do I want to go? Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be super, super cool if you guys would do that. Where's the XAHAU thing that I have? We're going to go over this Ro Khanna thread. Like, what? I don't know. Where is the XAHAU Evernode thing? Oh, by the way, redeem F-Test XRP. We got to the 19th. They'll be resetting these test assets, and then we'll be adding support for Bitcoin, which is going to be interesting as well. But I had something from, where is that? Maybe I have to go over here. Yeah, here it is. So Richard put this out. Crypto Eddie responded, operating a XAHAU wallet for payments without using wallet software is possible. A user can receive and send multiple currencies and interact with hooks using only their email address and browser, which is a big deal. Definitely a big deal. Panel says, this is how we receive crypto and Web3 mass adoption. This is how we achieve crypto and Web3 mass adoption. This is one of the ways, panels. Bringing the Web2 experience that most are familiar with to this industry and abstracting the complexities that the end user doesn't have to know. Yeah, that's that Web2 to Web3 play. Flare Networks is going to get involved in that, I believe, in a big way. Solana blockchain has done that in a big way. In the end, it's just the internet and money flowing like information does. So Evernode put this out. This proposal amendment would enhance the options for Evernode decentralized app developers. Imagine new DApp users only needing an email address instead of a crypto wallet. He points out, he takes a quote here from this proposal. Domain keys identified now, DKIM, is an add-on protocol to email that allows an email provider like Gmail to publish a public key on their domain while using the corresponding private key to sign your outgoing emails. This allows the recipient of the email to check that the email really did come from your provider and therefore from you, and that it was not modified in transit. Interesting. Herein proposes an amendment that leverages the signing as a form of transaction authentication on XAHAU, eliminating the need for additional wallet software and allowing XAHAU to be used with just a modern email address. Well, good for them. That little proposal going on. We'll see how it goes. I don't know who's proposing. Who are they proposing that to? Is it the Evernode community? But it's good to see that they're thinking outside the box for sure. We've seen a lot of, Connect wallets, and occasionally you'll see the email option. Occasionally you'll see it. And it's hard. It's so occasional. I can't point out a platform right now that I could say, yeah, that's what they do. So shout out to XAHAU and Vite Win. It'll be interesting to see them get that done, or make that happen. That'd be interesting to see if they can get that done, right? Be very, very interesting to see if they can get that done. Or have it come to fruition, was actually a thing. Very, very interesting. Any of you guys have the Robinhood app? I was watching an interview today with the founders, dude. Interesting. The things, how far along the Robinhood app has come. They're actually providing on-ramp services to Uniswap and MetaMask. Yeah. So that MetaMask and Uniswap can have an on-ramp for their customers. And they leveraging the technology from the Robinhood app. And did you guys know that Robinhood has a self-custody wallet? I did not know any of that. None of that. That's interesting to see. It's very, very interesting. Robinhood has got a little crypto thing going on. They got a self-custodial wallet. They have a credit card, apparently. Interesting. I'm gonna check Robinhood app and see if it's more user-friendly. I want to definitely check out their self-custodial wallet. I'm not into the stocks thing, but can't hold it, you don't own it type deal. So I'm not into that. I only have one. But I'll be interested to see. They got a non-custodial wallet. That'd be interesting to see that. See what's going on. I mean, Robinhood's come a long way. I mean, I just traditionally just always historically looked at it as just a stocks thing. But they're doing their thing in crypto. They were on the Bankless channel, Bankless YouTube channel, Crawfish. They were on the Bankless YouTube channel, and it was interesting to hear from him. Sharp guy. Seems like a guy who gets things done, for sure. Yeah, and they're hooking up with Arbitrum for some stuff as well. Layer 2 on Ethereum. Arbitrum hooking up with them boys as well, which is interesting. Now, we're going to go through this madness that is this Congress Ro Khanna person. I'll share it. He was the guy who kind of suggested the Harris team get together with people from crypto. He was kind of the moderator, if you will, for the whole thing. So we'll take a listen to his thing. Let's see if we can't find it. Yeah, we'll go over it as briefly as we can, because I don't believe any of it. All right, Ro Khanna. Who is Ro Khanna? A vision of before a new economic patriotism. Let's invent it, make it. Okay. Anyway, on July 10th, I hosted a roundtable with the White House and crypto industry leaders because I believe it's important for the U.S. to lead on technology and innovation. And this industry embodies both. The leaders who joined that conversation reaffirmed that belief, including, I'm not going to mention these names there. Garlinghouse and Larson were there, interestingly enough. Scaramucci was there. Awesome. It's got a bunch of people. It was a great meeting. I'm grateful to Anita Dunn for joining in her personal capacity along with Senator Gillibrand and this Congressman Nagose, and engaging thoughtfully. We hosted a smaller meeting last week with members from, okay, really? Biden, Harris in the Treasury. We hosted a smaller meeting. Okay. It was a spirited conversation and a positive dialogue. There is much frustration in the industry. These folks are focused on innovating and creating jobs in the US, and already difficult task made tougher without clear guardrails or regulation. I appreciate the admin taking the time to listen and understand. I'm hopeful that as a consequence of these meetings, the administration will issue a positive statement in the coming weeks with a roadmap signaling the path toward reasonable regulation that will allow these companies to abide by the law of the land, innovate in the US, create millions of jobs, and ensure this becomes a bipartisan issue. Now, this was the virtual meeting, I'm supposing. This tech is central to winning the 21st century and the digital economy. I remain laser focused on ensuring we do this right and win the future. So, I'll believe it. That type of deal. I'll believe it when I see it. Now, what do we want to check? We want to check DeFi Llama out for something. Just kind of real quick, just some food for thought, right? And we're on DeFiLlama.com. We're checking chains, and we're checking, what kind of volume they got going on. What are things happening? That type of deal there. And I added over here liquid staking. So in addition to everything else, liquid staking, right? I didn't do any other stuff. You see here, we got Ethereum. So we got 1,144 different protocols on Ethereum, by far the most. And we all understand how they got to this route. We understand what made this, I would say, what made this possible, right? We understand what kind of made it possible. It doesn't mean it wouldn't have happened anyway, but kind of how easier that path was made, right? How easier the path was made. And it's an interesting thing on these addresses. Active addresses in the last 24 hours, active addresses. Why is Tron having so many addresses? I know it's inexpensive. I guess it's the Asian market using it for stable coins and stuff like that, but that's 2.12 million in the last 24 hours. And Binance Smart Chain, again, probably more the Asian market, 1.33 million last 24 hours in active addresses, which is interesting. The total TVL is over here to the right. You see that Ethereum's TVL is 85 billion. And the second closest is nearly 10 billion away. In fact, it is 10 billion. It's a 10x to second place, which is interesting to me. On the 7-day change, Solana has 24%, and Ethereum is 19%. And I like the 1 minute change as well, which is interesting, right? That shows that real massive activity. But look at the number of active addresses as opposed to Ethereum. 940,000 on Solana. And my guess a lot of this is, people really trying to, first of all, it's the retail chain, but I think the other thing is more and more people are trying to see what they can do, because they keep hearing about this meme coin snatching spots, meme coin botting thing as well. But it's 8.17 billion. And understand, the Solana chain is just 4 years old. I mean, it's younger than Tron, younger than Binance Smart Chain, about the same age as Arbitrum, definitely younger than Avalanche and Polygon. But think about that. That's a massive difference. The thing that we're going to look at again is SUI here. 37 protocols, only 37. Tron has 34. Interesting. 729 million in TVL. And if you keep scrolling down here, you'll actually see Flare Networks. You'll see Flare Networks on here. Around 20 something million. Flare, here's Flare. It says 12 protocols. 12. 62% in the last 7 days. Increase, 46% in the last minute. 22 million in TVL, total value locked. 22 million. 22 million. So, and they're number 77. The XRPL says 4 protocols, 12 million. Stellar, 10 million. Celestia, it says 9 million. That's interesting that Celestia only has 9 million TVL. With the settings that we have. It goes down a bit, all the way down to wow, Litecoin 3 million. I mean, it goes down a bit. Here's I think this is Moonbeam. Might be Beam, might not be Moonbeam, might be Beam. So anyway, just to kind of point that out, I thought that was interesting to see that these numbers. Very, very interesting to see what's going on there. So Solana is definitely Ethereum's right here. Solana is right here at number 2. I find that to be very, very, very interesting. One of the things I also like to check out is like, what's the fees? What's the revenue, the income, what are they generating? Because that's important. It's really, really important. Bridge TVL, Oracle's forks, protocol, would that be expenses? Probably not. Oh, fees, revenue right here. Fees, revenue, let's do simple. Let's just see. Solana still in the top 5. Right? Those are important because it's people are willing to pay. First of all, they're generating fees, but people are willing to pay the fees as well. Lido on Ethereum. Now, this is a staking, liquid staking, right? And there's Aave. And then Jito. Jito is a project on Solana. It's number 3. Solana's number 5. Pump is on Solana at 8. Radium is on Solana at 10. Which is interesting. Marinade down there at 17. So in the top 10, that's it's 2 on the top 10, Jito and Solana. So this is on Ethereum, then there's Aave. So there's Ethereum. It's interesting. This is just 4 years old, and this thing's been around since, I don't know, 15? Ethereum. Interesting to see the numbers. Very interesting to see the numbers. Something I think to pay attention to is you look for that next layer 1. What's going to be that layer 1 that's going to change the game, right? What's going to be that layer 1 that's going to change the game? That's interesting. And I looked at something that I thought was important too to check out, and this is the staking rewards, right? Flare has a nice. What did Hugo say, Alex? Did he say 67% or 57% of the FLR out there is being staked or wrapped or delegated or wrapped or delegated? That's a big number. Explore top staking assets. So Ethereum is number 1, and Solana is number 2, and Sui is number 3. Which is interesting to me. Again, Sui, number 3. Aptos. So Sui and Aptos is like that move. It's called the move moment because they doing protocols built off move. All right. So staking market cap 55 billion for Solana, and staking market cap for Ethereum is 92 billion. It's interesting to see that. See if I hit view more, how many more can we see? All right. Let's look at the top 10. Celestia, Polkadot, Ton. Wrap up the top 10. That's interesting. Number 12, protocol is at 11. So that's interesting to see that for sure. All right, so we're going to look at, let me share a little DeFi thing I do with you guys. Oh man, laptop is not cooperating. It's definitely not cooperating because this chat is not updating. Chat's definitely not updating for sure. I thought I changed the thing there. All right, guys, let me know if I'm pausing or delaying or anything like that. Please let me know. Let me know in the chat because it's not updating. What's going on, B? How are you? All right, let me see how I can pull up turbos on SUI. We shared all the X stuff. Oh, I got a cute little thing here at the end, but let me share something that I do here. Let me find turbos. Let's see if we can find it. Let me open up my SUI wallet here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because SUI does have right, an ecosystem, and their assets and their protocols are doing well. So if I did that right, then I'll share it. Okay. I did it right. All right. All right. Let's do this. I think that works, right? If I do desktop, share. I think that'll work. Yeah. So let's sign in real quick. So yeah, sign in Google or whatever this is here. Is that Twitch? I think that's Twitch. Let's see. All right, it's connected. Connected. And go to yield strategy here. Let's see what kind of liquidity pools they got going on. Turbo's concentrated liquidity automated rebalance vault. Okay. Let's go to earn. So they do got a little SUI Turbos APR. And I looked at SUI because I wanted to look again on SUI. I was in the SUI USDC pool, and that's not a bad pool right now, 652%. You know, you just set your range, 0.3% fee tier to enter in. TVL is 2 million, 24-hour volume is 15 million. It's a great one to get back in. This is the one that I was in June. But if I wanted to earn some turbos, which is performing well, I could do that as well. I'm trying to check the numbers though. No rewards. The fees for entering and out is 94%. What we got here? Rewards is 34%. Yeah. 618%. The fees. So there's the fees and rewards here. And the rewards is in SUI. So yeah, that's a good. Yeah. I'll be re-entering. I could just set a wide range from 652% APR, right? That's kind of stuff what we do and teach in the Patreon. So that's pretty cool, right? 652%, 2 assets, right? And it's got some rewards, and SUI. I'm just liking it. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back into that one. And these things go up and down, whatever. 0.3% is awesome. 1% is obviously better, but this, that's not bad. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Why is this on here like that? Get out. Oh, it's not working well. Yeah, exit the page. All right. All right, so there that is. Hopefully it's not the internet messing up. B says, I'm feeling the XP Marketplace, Siege. You like XP Marketplace? What do you like about it, man? Their information and stuff that they share there? Is that what you're liking? I've been there a few times on the XP Marketplace. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times for sure. So yeah, I'm going to get into that XAHAU USDC for sure, man. Daily engagement rewards. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Smooth UI. Yep. What kind of rewards are they giving out there? Is it XP token rewards? Is it any XRP? Oh, so let me share my last thing before I head off here. This is going to be a really, really cool thing. 7 a day in the XPM coin. Okay. Nice. Very, very nice. Should I do my great taking posts before I do this? I got a little interesting little quiz for you. Not from the great taking, an interesting quiz on X that I discovered. Young lady put it out there. I'll tell you, learning more about the central banks and how they really cause the demise of the average person, the average Joe or Jane, is absolutely alarming. It's absolutely alarming. Let me read this real quick. It's on page 50 of The Great Taking. It says the Federal Reserve Act set up an inevitable logic that the Fed must take the gold of the public in a sufficiently major crisis, with the justification that credit could not be expanded otherwise. This is exactly what is now set up to happen with all securities owned by the public globally. Here's an important excerpt from the Wikipedia article on Executive Order 6102. The stated reason for the order was that hard times had caused the hoarding of gold. That's the reason they came up with to take your stuff that you work for. However, the main rationale behind the order was actually to remove the constraint on the Federal Reserve, preventing it from increasing the increasing the money supply during the Depression. Right? It's always a sleight of hand. It's always a sleight of hand. It's kind of very, very similar to they introduce these bills, they promote these bills under this title, but hidden beneath and tried to be snuck in is the thing that they're really trying to get accomplished. So, however, the main rationale behind the order was actually to remove the constraint on the Federal Reserve, preventing it from increasing the money supply during the Depression. The Federal Reserve Act of 1913 required 40% of gold backing at the Federal Reserve notes that were issued. By the late 1920s, the Federal Reserve had almost reached the limit of allowable credit. They had reached the limit of allowable credit. In other words, they couldn't keep working this relationship between the central banks and the government. The government got what they need. The central banks got what they need because everyone was paying interest on stuff that they just made. That was the arrangement. Keep the government afloat. Central banks get this interest money from stuff they just create, and we pay the interest. Yeah, that was the deal. That was the deal. So back by the late 1920s, the Federal Reserve had almost reached the limit of allowable credit in the form of Federal Reserve demand notes, which could be backed by gold in its possession. The executive order to confiscate all gold owned by the public was made under the authority of the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917, which had been enacted 4 years after the creation of the Federal Reserve. The act had been used to confiscate property of interned natives of Germany and more. This is described by Daniel A. Gross in his article, The United States Confiscated $500 million in Private Property During the World War I, whose subtitle reads, America's Home Front was the site of interment, deportation, and vast property siege. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I think I'll share that on X for sure. What's going on, crypto? How are you, my friend? Starts and ends with the Federal Reserve, certainly with the one in New York first, and then beginning to do that. There's one or two people in Congress looking to promote that and actually put something out to end it. And I believe it was Congressman Massey, Thomas Massey. So if you hear about that, it's up to the people to get some stuff done. It's going to take the people demanding it from every, city, town, state, demanding that we end this thing that is the Federal Reserve. Is certainly reprinciple and restructure the way it's set up, because it's designed to steal from the people. It's designed to steal from the people. So this is an interesting little thing here. I'd love to see what you guys say on this one. Let me pull it up. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do DexFi.pro's thread. I should do theirs. Those are my guys. I like the team over at DexFi.pro. So this is what they said here. The XRPL DEX has the potential to be a game changer. As Krippenreiter explained, the concept of a SuperDex is clear, but we aren't there yet. After years of running bots across 50 plus chains, I haven't found a way to make it profitable enough on the XRPL. How to change it. This video was very, very interesting. I highly recommend you listen to this video from Krippenreiter. They got a job. Brief, to the point, not a lot of, overwhelming tech dev stuff that would disenchant you or make you disinterested in watching the video. Highly recommend you check out his channel here, Krippenreiter, YouTube channel. 2, it says that this thread dives into 3 key ingredients to make the XRPL a true SuperDex. Number 1, essential technical change. Number 2, projects with financial market expertise. Indeed. Number 3, devs fueled by fun and good vibes. Let's explore each one. Technical change. The biggest problem is unfunded offers. In theory, it's possible to identify and ignore them, but in practice, it's a nightmare. Professional market makers and arbitrage bots rely on very small margins, and unfunded offers makes it nearly impossible to run profitably. Worse, they allow to flood order books with fake orders, creating chaos. The solution? Locking the offer amount to ensure that all offers are backed by real funds. Projects and tokens. To ensure their tokens are actively traded and considered healthy, projects need a market maker. This is standard on every major centralized exchange, stock or crypto. Consistent volume and spread are crucial for liquidity and market stability. Market makers may experience phases of loss, but with proper programming, they can also become a valuable source of revenue. Fun and good vibes. On many chains, tokens and meme coins are exciting and seen as opportunities. On the XRPL, they're often viewed skeptically. as just another scam. While markets have risk, a positive attitude towards new assets can benefit everyone. Embracing excitement helps build a thriving market. The number one narrative in the digital asset space is meme coins, followed by AI, slant gaming, and then RWAs. It's the market saying what they want. It's the market saying what they're interested in. It's the market. All right, transforming the XRPL into a SuperDex requires fixing unfunded offers. Token projects have active liquidity management, a positive vibe around new and existing assets. By tackling these issues and introducing the new Ripple stablecoin, the XRPL's DEX could quickly reach new levels of activity and success. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. There is an X meme, by the way, in the XRP community. It's called X meme. I know they're trying to change the game. We'll see if they can get it done. So this is a little interesting thing here. Tell me what you guys, which two would you pick? Which two would you guys pick here? I thought this was interesting. I think it tells a little story. Which two would you pick? Number one, new house. Number two, 7,500 per month. Number three, an 800 credit score. Number four, $200,000 salary. Number five, retire now. Number six, $300,000 in cash. You get to pick two, crawfish. You get to pick two, Mammy. Which two do you pick? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments here in this chat. Which two do you pick? Again, number one, new house. Number two is $7,500 per month. Number three is an 800 credit score. Number four, 200K salary. Number five, retire now. Like, you're out of there. You're 28. You're toast. You can pick it. Number six, $300,000 in cash money. So don't read into it. Hold on a second. So anyway, I'm really curious to see what you guys think about that. B says 2 and 3. I feel like we got to share this while we're looking to see what you guys think. Where is it? Here it is. 2 and 3, 7,500 a month, 800 credit score. Gotcha. Crypto says 1 and 4. So that's a new house. And $200,000 a year. I hear that. A new house, 200K. All right. Yeah, there's no wrong answers. It's just what's the answer for you? Betting on the next uni and sushi. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna be on Flare Networks, to be honest with you, bro. I'm thinking it's gonna be on Flare Networks. What say you, Mammy? Alex E, man, which one you got? Which one you got? Which one you got? New house, 7,500 a month, 800 credit score, $200,000 salary, retire now, $300 cash. Now, originally I took number 2 and number 6. 2 and 6. I took 2 and 6. 2 and 6. I took 2 and 6 because 4 is job, not interested. And 700 per month could be, doing whatever, right? You don't have to have a gig, you can be doing your own thing. And then I took the cash. So I did 2 and 6, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Which ones you thinking? That's an interesting little thing, isn't it? Very, very interesting. All right, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out. I got to hop off here. I got to give Miss Crypto Siege a call, see what's good. Appreciate you guys checking in on a Monday evening. It's been an awesome, awesome hang. Guys, do me a favor again. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, hit one on the way out. Crypto says, how's this 500K and 200 a year more than enough? Yeah, I hear you, Crypto. I hear you. So hit that like button on the way out if you didn't get a chance to do it on the way in. That would be super, super cool. And if you happen to be in that 45, 50% or so of people who are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seas and haven't subscribed to the channel, you can just hit that subscribe button right now. You can just hit it right now. And help us to get that number down from 50% to about 25%. That'd be super, super, super cool. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this. Old money, it doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.